Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm happy to announce another episode of Cyberyoga Talks, and my featured guest is my lovely girlfriend and partner, co-founder and creator of Neosutras. She's an amazing artist, dancer, and performer. She keeps me super inspired and motivated. We're going to talk to her about her story, her motivation, her inspiration, what gets her going, and how she feels about the post-COVID situation. And I'd like to just leave it away with her. Pola Rubis.
Hi guys, hi everybody.
She's I'm so happy to have her, and so you know what? If you guys have any questions, please feel free to come in, chime in, ask any questions, ask her directly what things are, and we will definitely address them. And thank you. So Paula, tell me about your background, where you come from, where you from, and how you got into dance.
I'm from Siberia, so for me to see the stores with no food, it's kind of not a new thing. I'm pretty strong girl, came from Siberian background, and I've been through a lot of different challenging times in my country. So I just want to encourage you guys that whatever crisis we're going through, it's all going to pass one way or another, and it will happen. It will be happening all the time during life. So just take it easy, take it day by day. About my background, I'm a professional dancer, and I started to dance when I was 16 years old. I've been teaching a lot, Pilates, yoga. After I finished my university, art and crafts. So you see in our house there is like different paintings and stuff. So that's a part of my work. That's what I do, and that's what's given me a good relief, and it's like a meditation for me. So now I'm dancing with this incredible human being, Lamont Good, and we created a concept and named it Neosutras. And we accomplishing it and establishing it right now. Yes. It's been 2 years since we are doing it together, so it's been a very interesting journey.
I have a question for you.
Yes, please. You're host.
Please tell me about, and I want the viewers to know what she's been through and like where she comes from, because she's coming from another perspective, right? So tell me about how it was growing up in Siberia. Like, tell me about the climate, the hardships, what you have to go through, and what gave you strength and motivation to push past all the adversity.
Lamont knows my stories about growing up in Siberia. It's extremely cold. It's minus 45. It's minus 35 in the winter. And when you're going out of the house, your lashes getting frozen in a second. So it's pretty extreme environment, and you need to find the ways how to cure yourself. For example, when I was growing, we never had pills. We always was using a natural remedy. And if you're interested, I can share with you some natural remedies which will help you in this specific times. And as simple as that, eat ginger every 2 hours. Also eat turmeric every 2 hours. Drink hot liquids, also with lemon, ginger. Eat garlic. Right now it's kind of mandatory. Garlic and onion. And what else are we doing on a regular basis?
A lot of training and eating right.
No, I mean I'm talking about the remedies. I guess that's the basic.
Colloidal silver. Definitely brush up on colloidal silver, and I would even recommend oregano oil. Boost your immune system with a lot of vitamin C, so a lot of kiwis, a lot of oranges, a lot of greens. So definitely brush up on that. But back to you about where you grew up in Siberia and the extreme atmosphere. Did you apply this mindset into your career as far as dancing and like motivation? And how was that process of dealing with this hardship in your life which you've been through, and then applying the same concept to your work? Do you think it made you stronger or more mentally focused?
I mean, of course. So I will be back to every life challenge we are going through is going to make us stronger. And to live this life on this specific earth, we need to be a strong human beings. And strong, I'm not talking about the physical strength, I'm talking about mental strength. Because if we're able to go through every single unhealthy or dramatic event with the clean mind, with a strong spirit, that we are just unstoppable. So, of course, every negative event will make you a stronger human being. I had plenty on my end, and starting from just a hard and cold weather, and continuing with like just challenging situations when you don't have a lot of food to eat, when you have a poor family, when you have challenging economic in the country, and all that, of course, benefited my life. I went through many interesting things, many interesting waves. So it's definitely made me stronger and made me understand people and life better. So instead of freaking out, right now we are just understanding the situation and thinking what can we do objectively to make it better, and twist it from being challenging to being beneficial.
Amazing. This is why I had her on here, because her story is so inspiring and so motivating. And I'm like captivated by all the stories that she tells me about her grandmother and what they've experienced. Her grandmother's experience. Do you want to?
I wish my grandmother can be interviewed,
Oh
because
my God,
my grandma is 95, guys. She lives in Siberia still.
Talk about a strong woman.
And she went through the war. She had 3 kids during the war. All her family was killed on the war. All her brothers, her husband, every single person. And she ended up with 3 kids after war. She raised them. She ended up being a bugalter, like a counter. Yeah, she ended up being successful accountant, the most successful in the city, and she made it. But she went through the hardest times, and she's still smiling. If you will see her face, she have no wrinkles. It's like she have these beautiful angelic features, and it shows when we're getting older, if it was a bitter people or if it was a happy people who was enjoying their lives. So she's definitely my role model and a big example.
Yeah, I've heard stories of her grandmother, and the way she speaks to her, she's incredible. So it always leaves me super inspired. So Pola is an amazing artist. She's an amazing dancer and artist. And right now, I'm only going to touch about her dancing ability, because she's so incredible and she rarely shows it, but she's super amazing. So I like to hear, well, actually, I want the viewers to hear about your process of your dancing.
But I guess the topic was different than that. We're supposed to talk not about my dancing.
Yes. It was about, your purpose, like how to find
a purpose.
So how to find your purpose. So this is her topic, how to find your purpose. We have some questions. Slice of Science, strong woman for your grandmother. She's very strong.
That's true.
And someone wrote, good vibes allowed. Thank you guys for this. Thank you so much. You know what, if you guys have any questions for Pola, please feel free to ask. If not, we're going to go back to the topic about how to find your purpose.
Yeah, so I would say in these days when we have time to kind of be in the solitude, when you can hear yourself a lot, it's a good time to use to find what is your real call of your soul. So both of us, we are people who are very in tune with our soul, and we are I would say that. Try to tap into your feelings, what your heart feels, but not what your mind's saying. Because your mind will always try to interpret things, to overthink things, and in the end you will lose the track of if that what you really want, or if what your mind think you need in a moment based on the situation and condition what you have in your life. So when you have the moment to just be still and just feel the call of what you really want in your heart, and the basic test for it is, I'm doing this, I feel amazing. I'm doing this, it's like ding ding ding, this beautiful feeling of the butterflies in your body. That means your body, your soul, your heart resonates with that call. So you should definitely take a chance and dive into that subject, and to see how you can explore yourself within this subject, to test it first before you're just gonna give up. So, and then this is very important because I wanted to talk about purpose. I was reading a lot about it. And it's not just about having fun in your life and do whatever you like, but it's actually in tune with your health. Because if you do things what you don't like, you will start to lose your health over time. And it's a scientific fact. So all of us should be enjoying our lives, and we will be always healthy and thriving and beautiful, and we actually need it here on this earth because each of us have something to provide to this earth, okay? And then the earth and the God is waiting for you to explore yourself and to express it into the world. So by compressing yourself, your desires, your wishes, you're just making harm to your personal self and to the others, because you're not gonna be happy. If you cannot be happy, you can't produce happiness into the world. Kama Sutra. What is the question?
I think somebody just commented. Okay, so you stated that so beautifully. And Pola here is an amazing philosopher, and I tell her all the time how amazing she is. So basically to address your question, what do you feel like your soul purpose is in the now? What do you feel that your purpose is?
As soon as I am a person who always creating, through all my life I've been creating here and there, amazing, starting from art, after doing like Pilates, after doing dance, after being cheerleader, after being studying an acting academy, have my own TV show, then creating my production company. So and after I end up understanding that yoga and movement, and especially conscious movement, that's a key word, conscious movement.
She said conscious movement.
And I don't want to offend anybody, because all types of dance are beautiful in certain degree, but I feel that there is a lot of destructive type of art which is existing right now in our times, and I feel the call to create something using movement and my physical abilities and my knowledge to help people to feel amazing, to feel that beautiful divine connection, instead of feel aggression or jealousy or sexual desire for a performer and stuff like that. So my answer, for me, it's this combination of yoga and movement, which I found extremely spiritually beneficial for myself, yeah. And I just see how this transformed in my life. I can't do something what is going to be not a part of myself. It's like your job is not something what you can just do part-time and after come back to yourself, which is not resonating with the subject. Mm-hmm. You can't cut it one from another. It's mm-hmm. just oneness. It's one thing together. Mm-hmm. That's why, like I say, we're coming back to the feel of our heart. Feel what you want. Feel what your soul calling you to do. And fear on the way is a very normal. I'm scared a lot of times. Lamont knows. I experience and fears a lot, but I'm still going. Like, I'm still doing it, and I almost never do what I don't like, because I know for a fact I'm gonna be feeling not good, be sick, or like I physically becoming ill when I'm doing something what is not my purpose. So I'm just advising you all, do not wait until you're going to have a physical deformation, within you, because all this cancer, all that Parkinson's disease and all this crazy disease is only because people are not happy within themselves. And a lot of times they feel locked, they feel in cage, because they're supposed to do every day what they hate to do. Mm-hmm. And we are here not to do what we don't like, and that's a programmation. So we need to understand we're here to create whatever is best coming out of us.
We have a question, and beautiful statement. We have a question from Slice of Life.
I love it.
Pola, your grandmother was born in 1925. after the Russian Revolution, what were the circumstances of her family to move to Siberia? Or tell us about your dancing. Okay, so she clarified her dancing, but tell me more about this. Can you elaborate more on what you...
My grandma was born already in Siberia. The war was, it was a war of 1941, 1945. And my grandma, she was already living in Siberia back then, so she wasn't like moving actually nowhere, if it was the question. And to tell about the dancing, what exactly you would like to know? I've been dancing a lot of different styles. I've been crumping. I've been doing contemporary R&B, hip hop.
You did crumping?
I did crumping. I was actually very good in it.
I just found this out.
But you know, crumping it wasn't healthy for my back. So basically, my filter about dancing and movement, some dance are really beautiful, but you feel very bad after that. Like you feel you need to have serious recovery. That's a sign not to do it, because any art shouldn't be done with the sacrifice of your health, of your well-being, whatever it is. I know a lot of people having this situation when they feel like, oh my God, I need to make my choice. I don't feel good. I'm like, I want to dance. I know many gymnasts. I know many circus people who are like, no, but I cannot quit it. It's so amazing. It is amazing, but it can be amazing enough if you are damaging yourself. So I learned, because I was paralyzed for 6 months.
Wow.
By doing very extreme type of dance in Russia. It's like the biggest company in Russia. And you know, like, I felt like God was always guiding me to show what is exactly my thing to do. So I know it, and I've been very stubborn, and I learned how to listen to the higher self, to the higher consciousness, that, you know, like, try different aspects, try different things. To be very stubborn is not a good thing. It's not. It's like the best thing in life.
I'm a Taurus, so I'm super stubborn.
Flexibility.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like be able to be stretched, you know, so nothing can damage you. Exactly. Flexible mentality. That's what we need right now so much.
My friend wrote good advice.
Thank you, guys.
And Dino, my friend Dino, divine guidance, yes. So people resonate with what you're saying.
Fantastic. I hope so.
She covered her dancing, but I'm gonna cover talking to her about her art, because her art is so experimental and abstract. And you know what? Just so you know, Pola is in charge of all the visual marketing for Neosutras, and she does all the concept and the outfits, the layout, the aesthetic. It's her. So really, if you can share your process behind that and how you got to the point where you have so much vision and you understanding of what you do and how you can translate that.
I always wanted to create, in Siberia, guys, so you know, you who lives in America or who lives in like warm countries, you're so lucky. Like just right now, be grateful, look at the window and just say, oh my God, I am lucky. People in Siberia or in Russia dealing with this coronavirus right now, and outside is gray. Everything is gray. Yeah. So I was growing up in the place where it was gray. And I always wanted to create my colorful, unusual world, which is out of the box. And that's how I start to produce different types of art. That's how I start to create. And still my mind works this way. I'm not going to follow, but I'm going to create the world where people can be happier, can be more creative as I am, and can express themselves. That always was my credo during my life. And then that was my push. I didn't like everything around so much that I start to create what I like.
Okay, guys, I have to go in because this is what you just stated about how your inside and outside everything was gray, and that you wanted to bring more color. Like, that is so profound, because I'm thinking like, why are you so abstract? Why are you so like colorful? Yeah. And you said you grew up in a gray world, and so you were like imagining what I want to share, which is more color in the way you see it. That's I'm sorry, mind blowing. And you have a point.
Thank
You have
you,
someone
guys.
said goodbyes allowed. Your perspective is amazing.
Thank you, guys. I mean, if you like it, apply it to your life. Just really create a colorful world around you. It starts with your home. Our home is very colorful. If you will see it, it's full of colors, which all with,
I love color now.
like the rainbow colors.
Oh my
Yes. Starting with your clothes, express yourself through how you dressed. Express yourself through how you talk. Find the original ways to express yourself through the language and conversations. It's like you can go above and beyond if you will just turn on your imagination. That your life can become such a beautiful flower if you will turn yourself from the perspective of like watching the news, feeding yourself with the fears, with all that stuff. Boom, turn the other direction. Start to look creative materials. Go on Instagram and look at the galleries, because how I'm taking my where I'm taking my inspiration from. I basically sometimes watching or looking random stuff. Like I'm going on accounts with incredible environmental designs or yes,
all about perspective. Thank you, Steven,
it's all about perspective, exactly.
Everything is perspective, absolutely.
What I know is every creative person fit in their creativity. They always fit in the creativity. It's like you eating food, you need to feed yourself with the creativity and think out of the box. Just think about it. Think out of any box and question everything you know.
Absolutely.
Like question your food, question your thoughts, question how you expressing your thought, your words, question environment, but in a good way. Think, how can I use this? It's like, like for example, we take this block. It's just a block. And in Russia, we've always been very handy, and you can create some super badass thing
she's
from
Russian.
this block.
She's so Russian.
It's like you can create some art object, put it on the wall, like hang the keys here. Like it's just you can go so far.
I would have never thought of that, but since she's from Russian, he said we consume more than just food.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about consumption, that can be a long conversation. What we're talking right now is more how you can turn any dark times to any creative, colorful times. Use this time to create. By the way, my hat collections, I will show you one of the hats right now.
She's going to show you her hat. She makes amazing art. Do you have some waterproof? Geronimo wrote, do you have any exercise would you recommend for couples? Yes, we do. You can follow our other account at Neosutras for couples. Follow us at Neosutras at Neosutras. We're going to come out with programs.
By the way, we have a workshop coming April 10th. So don't miss this event out. And we will.
Other information is there.
Yeah, you can also send us a DM. We will be happy to explain.
Can I present it?
Yes.
So I'm like her agent because she's so amazing in the way she does things, and this is one of her creations. She's like 10 hats. Okay.
More.
I'm trying to get them sold. She's amazing, but what makes her genius, and this is what blew my mind, is that each hat has its own purpose. Like there's a story behind each hat. So Pola, can you please elaborate on this hat here?
Coming back to the subject of creativity, my dear friends.
Sorry about that.
So that was a regular hat. When I was in one of the darkest times of my life, when I felt gray within, I was thinking, what's so amazing I can create out of it? So that was my call. And I started to create this type of hats, and actually this project went pretty far. I wasn't expecting anything. This specific piece I called Google Me, and it's exactly about what's happening right now. It's been created about a year ago, okay? So each hat was dedicated to certain subject, what people are really interested in our times. And, it's all handmade, it's all beautifully made. I don't want to, show this forever, but...
Did you show the other hats?
But I don't want to show all my collection.
Guys,
I have
okay,
big
okay,
collection.
okay,
but
guys, listen. If you want to see more hats, press 1. Press 2 for no, but press 1 if you all want to see her other hats. Press number 1 or throw some hearts. Press the hearts or press number 1.
But meanwhile, I will just continue. Thank you so much. I will just continue that. You know, I was passionate about this project, and what I
11111.
okay.
I'm gonna get them.
What I did, I went to Fred Siegel. Why? Because I just love Fred Siegel, and I took the email address of the person who. Okay, we're gonna make like a.
Guys, look at this. Look at all these hats.
Did
wow.
you see Sex and the City? Did you see that moment when they're like being goofies and they're like trying hats? So that's what we're gonna do for you. This one is like not police fireman hat. And it's a unique shape. It's created unique shape. It's a corals painted there. This one is immortal. You see a little skull. I'm not a big fan of skulls. So this hat was sold in the Fred Siegel and like most fancy boutiques in Los Angeles because they're so unique and people love them. Like I sold my previous collection, and this one's honestly I was just creating because I love it.
Guys, my girlfriend is selling these hats, so if you want to purchase one of her hats, go to her Instagram at Pola Rubis, POLARUBIS. She sells all of these hats.
No, it's not Pola Rubis, it's arttrack.art.
No, I'm talking about her Instagram.
So got it. This one of the favorite of Andrew Sally, another yogi friend.
Those are dope.
Thank you. Andrew is a big fan of my hats, by the way. So yeah, I'm gonna show a couple more pieces. They are all very unique. They're all very different. Right now, it's like again, I just did it because I felt a call for it.
Because she's amazing at art.
My business or something. Look at this is like
That's
a little
dope.
bit kind of. It's like a Ralph Lauren style, sort of like a cowboy style.
Cowboy.
Texas. What is this movie? What is this movie we watched yesterday?
Oh.
That for those guys.
Tiger King. Are you guys watching Tiger King on Netflix?
Tiger King.
You have to watch that.
That's my first hat ever. That's very colorful. Can you give your page again? Oh yeah, of course.
Her page is, maybe I can pin something. Maybe I can write that.
It's POLARUBIS. Lamont?
Pola Rubis.
I mean, or you can go.
Just go to my Instagram and you'll see Pola Rubis, my partner Neosutras.
Yeah.
So you'll find her. But send her a DM about pricing for the hats.
This is one of my favorite pieces, actually. So. See, I just found the way how to vent out my energy and how to like express it into something beautiful. And my advice and my main message for today for all of you, find your way to express yourself and to that's another one. Express yourself.
This one's my favorite. I think this one.
And find the way how to make it beautifully, because otherwise, what for we experiencing all this ugly emotions? It's definitely for a reason. That's a Harry Potter hat, and I'm almost done with my demonstration. That is Harry Potter hat.
What is this? Tell me the story behind this.
This one there's a lot of blood here. It looks beautiful, but for me it was a time when I really was hurt, and I wanted to express that humanity pain. You know, for me this is like something what we're going through right now, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of humanity pain here. You can see, the suffer.
Everybody's suffering right now because of this whole COVID thing.
Very cool. Cyber's favorite hat?
Yes. That's Dino.
Oh man. Okay, and this one is also very happy.
This one's dope.
Very beautiful. That's one of my favorite pieces ever. I love colors. I love surround myself with the colors. And the color therapy is another thing which is very amazing to incorporate in your life.
What's this one?
Oh,
you forgot about the last one.
No, I have many. I just I have so many pieces that I just show you a few for you to give idea and inspiration of how you can think of the regular thing as a hat. It's just a hat, but
He said, I can see these in Vogue.
oh, thank you. Actually,
sure.
it was shot for Vogue in this Muslim country, Baghdad.
Oh, what?
They shot it for Vogue. They was burying my hats and they flew in there.
That's
but
amazing. You didn't tell me that.
You don't know a lot of things about it. I mean, it was.
She's helping out. All this information, all this amazing stuff I'm finding out. She was a crumper. Now this was in.
You know, guys, another advice: all the girlfriends, don't tell everything to your boyfriends. You should be a little bit of secret. Keep a little bit of secret in you.
Oh, so it's okay for me to keep secrets?
Yeah, I think it's okay to be a little
Mystique?
not a written book completely.
That's the Russian way. The Russian way.
I don't know. I guess it's working, but it's just a natural thing.
So I'm gonna ask another question. So we all know that everybody's going through a situation in this world. There is a shift or a crisis based on where your perspective is. And so I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling and dealing with in this situation with the COVID-19? What are your thoughts about it, and what is your mindset behind it, and how do you feel about working through it?
I wasn't taking it serious, and actually for me it started, we had a dramatic event before this all started, and it's kind of shaked us before the events, the major events, global events start to happen. I got surgery, I was hospitalized, and it was emergency. And actually, I was in between life and death. And it's not the first time in my life, but this time it was like on the middle of nowhere, right? We realized that I was pregnant, and I had ectopic pregnancy with already bleeding. Means that if you call emergency a minute later, it can affect your organs and person can die. So thanks God that again we felt that we need to call the doctors. I was in a big pain, and I had a surgery. And it was the first surgery in my life. I was really scared, but in the end of the day, I was just, gave it to the God, and I was just praying and hoping for whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. So right now, I'm following the same trusting. How can you say it in English? Like I'm following the same model to trust the divine purpose. What can I do is only to choose with who I am. There is a dark powers, there is a light powers, bright powers. So the selection you make will contribute to whatever result will happen in your life. And I'm choosing to be on the bright side. It means I do whatever I can to keep myself in a good vibration, keep myself healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, by, of course, reading certain literature, by doing certain practice, which is supporting and benefiting these aspects. Okay? I'm not watching any destructive movies, horror movies, killing movies, apocalypses, end of the world. I'm not fitting myself with that. I'm watching very peaceful stuff. I start to study a lot while I'm at home, and that's the best I can do. Okay, and then I keep creating with my love. So we are actually being more productive right now than we've been before this all start to happen, and it shakes me up.
BJ903. It shakes me up at first, but yes, I'm trusting in God and also doing my part in taking one day at a time. That's beautiful what you just said, because this is what we're living by.
I would say one more thing, guys. To trust, and I just want to clarify how I feel, understand it. To trust God, it doesn't mean to just, I'm gonna do whatever, I'm gonna live how I was living, and I'm gonna trust the God. So that's not working this way. There is a certain conversation, what you should build
She's
with
going
this
in.
divine power. Like, you should be living and using the principles which God set for us. Okay, and these principles are like, they are pretty basic, but sometimes not easy to follow. And it's being respectful to the others, being respectful to yourself, express the love through your actions, your thoughts, your words to the other, and also be true with yourself. There is many, and that's why we need to study and to read it. But we can't just, the God gonna help. It's not actually like this. We need to do a work.
Absolutely.
And to become a cleaner, become more transparent, to be able to receive actually this information, this frequency. Otherwise, if you keep being the same person, you will have the same results. I don't know if I'm pretty clear.
You guys see my reaction. Like, I keep going on about this, but it's like what she said is so true. It's like what you think is what you think is what's going to happen. And she cleared it by so good heart, good vibes allowed. I'm so glad that I clicked on y'all's live video. Well, thank you for showing love and showing
That's
love.
fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. It was it's amazing just to share good thoughts and positive thoughts, and also a little bit more constructive than just be positive, guys. Everybody's gonna be fantastic. Actually, we have a choice. If it will be fantastic for us or it will be less, okay? It depends from the actions and from the feelings and from the thoughts we are choosing.
Absolutely. Saludos de Chile. Just to add on to that, like we were walking around the neighborhood in our city, and we just felt like really relaxed and really chill. Like, the media is feeling all this fear, but we just feel we're really taking it good. Like, we're taking it so strong, and it's beautiful because we realize that we're in control of our reality if we think. Like,
we
have
control
to really use
of
our
this
minds.
reality.
This
of
reality.
This. But the other reality, we're not really. But this reality means what's happening inside of this box.
Determines your outlook.
That and here we can bring examples of the people who can be in any environment but still have a peace within. So that's the lesson we are going through right now, because it doesn't matter of the circumstances to find this peace within. Okay, no, 80% attention within, 20% outside only. For everything, just to observe enough so you're not falling down if you're going straight and there is a wall, so you see the wall, okay? But 80% of attention should be within us. And I mean, I'm not an expert in that, but I'm aware and I'm working on it daily. Sometimes more successful, sometimes less. You know that.
And she is. I'm proud of her. She's so incredible. So I think we kind of clarified. I mean, anything else? You know what? If you guys want to ask any more questions, or if you want to join in on the live,
or maybe you just want to discuss something. You maybe have something.
Yeah, have any questions? Please feel free. Like, this is us to share. So if you if you want to jump on a live with us, you're more than welcome. Or you want to leave a message. If not, but I'm so glad that she's came on, because she has so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and every time I see her go on, I just feel so inspired. So I just
maybe someone is there really needs to talk. We have each other, and we're really lucky to have each other and to feel very comfortable with each other.
Likewise.
We can really be together 24/7,
Yes.
and we never feel tired from each other, because
Never.
nobody is stepping on anybody's space.
Yeah.
But we know that there is a people who may be going through all these times of solitude completely alone. And if you guys want to chat and want to discuss some of your things, some of the questions which is on your mind right now, we're more than happy to give you a hand and to talk to you for the next 10 minutes.
If you guys are. If not, we're gonna enjoy the rest of our nights. But I really wanted to share Pola's wisdom and knowledge, and she's here.
I have an amazing dinner coming.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say,
But
she's an amazing cook. What more can I ask for?
Again, celebrating life. Right now we have like every time we go on to eat.
Yeah.
Morning,
And we're eating at home.
It's a special
We're eating at home, which is
thing.
like the best thing because we're
And
not
every
spending
time
money.
we try to make something new and delicious and have a candles and just create a celebration around it. Oh, by the way, I just want to make announcement. Sorry. Tomorrow, guys, is actually the April 4th, and it will be the time when I'm not astrologist, I don't know how to explain it really well, but the gates of this, the power which can be sent for our earth to release all the darkness and to win all the challenges and go through the challenges what we are facing right now. At 7:45 LA time, it would be amazing if every one of you who watching this going to start to meditate with us, and the link for the meditation, it's global meditation, so it's a worldwide happening. You can link it, you can find a link on my Instagram. It's my main link right now. Until this event will be finished, I want to share it with more people as I can. It's like you voting for the president. Right now, it's your time to vote for good energy with your meditation. It's your time to vote and make your contribution, not just sit and wait and somebody gonna decide for you whatever was gonna happen, but really make your input in it. This meditation is only for 20 minutes, and there is a specific description of how to meditate. Okay, it's all on my link. It's all in English, so just click in there and find it out.
So, well, the guy wrote, "Can you explain more about this date tomorrow?" But I basically just clarified it, but maybe
you can read about it. The link is on my Instagram. It's a global meditation for all the human beings on the earth, because it's happening in the same time all over the world, and people who will be meditating in their homes, whatever they are, the whole energy is calm.
Peace, D. Have a good night.
Okay, so what's going to happen is the whole energy, all people who will be sending that light, they will be, the collective energy going to count. So it goes back to have all of us to come together right now. And it's not a joke, and more resistance we have to this fact, more events I feel like is going to happen to bring us together again.
That's amazing. Namaste, Cyber. Well, I'm going to just not say anything else because she just, the way she explained it was so brilliant, so great. So if you guys have any more questions, you're going to join in live for like next minute. If not, we're going to close out, but I just wanted to...
Is somebody have challenges being together right now? Like couples wise?
Oh, I'm sure everybody's going through challenges with their partners, but honestly, we've been great. And it's not going to say we're perfect, but we've been great, and we understand that we love each other so much and love each other's space and time with each other. I never get sick of her, and it's vice versa. So if you find a person like that, you're really...
I think it's the biggest test. If you can be silent with someone, if you can just do whatever you want and do not bother somebody, that's incredible.
That's beautiful. So I can say I'm blessed that I have
Likewise.
This. Oh. So I guess that's it all. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Pola, for sharing your knowledge and wisdom.
My big pleasure. Cyberyoga. Thank you so much.
She's amazing. So make sure you follow her. Any tips best form to move body more other than yoga? I'll let you answer that. And this is from Yuva's Yoga.
Okay, if you don't like yoga, I guess that's why you're asking if there's any different ways to move. Okay, you can just turn on the music and move. I mean, it's also, the term ecstatic dance, when people are just turning on music and they just feel their body and they express their emotions through the movement. That's an incredible therapy too. Hey guys, hello. So we've been talking about the therapeutic movement besides yoga. Yoga is amazing just to keep your mind still. And be really focusing on the shape, on asana, on the form you are in at the moment. And this will help you to acknowledge where you at. So it's pretty conscious. But if you don't want to be conscious in the moment, you just want to vent and you just want to move and you just want to have some activity, and sometimes we do too. We just want to, we just want to move. We don't want to do anything.
Your viewership just
serious.
bounced up really fast. It went from like 3 to 1 to like 11.
Yeah,
it just
I
bounced
know.
up. So I think we're good. I think we can keep talking for a little bit, boo.
Yeah.
keep it
So
on
basically, if you want to move your body right now, guys, just turn on the music and just move. Take it as an ecstatic dance by yourself. That's just fantastic.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Put some nice candles and maybe like some smell around the house. Make a party for yourself.
And we may be doing something like that tomorrow.
Oh yeah! By the way, tomorrow, me and Cyberyoga, we're going to just do a cool session as soon as we're not going to open house and places like this. For now, we're gonna do an open session in our house, so you all can
Open
join
session at
us.
home.
Open session at home. So you can join
tomorrow.
us, you can repeat whatever you like. It's not a class, it's not a workshop. We're just going to enjoy.
So I have a question. What is this? What is the relation between yoga and the pain on the back? That's from Shino Alvarez, and there's another one.
Dancing has been keeping me.
Sane lately. Yes, you understand. Dancing is keeping you moving. Your body's designed to move, and not to mention the music and the harmony of connection and the dancing. It's so therapeutic. And she's an amazing yoga dance teacher. She's teaching her own movement. So follow her on her Instagram. She's teaching weekly classes, and then she's doing one-on-ones in private. So please follow her. She's amazing. At Pola Rubis.
Yeah, I mean, next class, I'm a creator of dancing yoga therapy. Next class will be Wednesday, 10 a.m. So you want to guys join. But to answer your question about the connection between back and yoga, actually yoga, when it's done right, it's curing any pain in your body, including your back. And very important to do it correctly, okay? Sometimes people have already pre-existed issue. This way you need to avoid certain asanas like extreme back bends or extreme back forwards. But yoga is actually constructed to keep your body healthy. But it's important to have it right. In some of my highlights next week, I will explain the importance of the certain positions, classic positions of yoga, so you can tap into to study it, because I saw many people making mistakes while they're doing yoga, and that's why they're becoming yoga haters. So we want to have a lot of yoga lovers. That's why it's just important to clarify what's to do right and what's to do wrong.
Okay, we have a question from Yuva's Yoga. Any suggestions to improve forward folds and how to reduce lower back rounding in forward folds and seated postures?
Lower back rounding. Okay, I mean that's a kind of it's not that easy to answer. First of all, it's important to look at your back. Some people have lordosis, some people have kyphosis, is your lower back over imprinted, or your upper back over contracted. Yeah. So it depends which part of your spine needs attention. The ideal position of your back is when it's almost straight, when the spine is almost straight. So flatter you are is kind of better, because let's say you put on your elbow like this, or you put in the block like this. You see the block is completely straight. But if the block would be curvy here, it's probably will be falling down. The same with our body. If we have the connection between our feet and the crown of our head and the line is almost straight, it means you have an incredible posture. Like, it can be a little bit curvy, but not too much. So it's important to know where you have that curve, that thing you would love to improve. And there is certain exercise you can actually write me personally, just DM me, and I can give you advices specifically for your situation. It's hard to tell while you cannot see the person, because yoga and every practice is very individual. Everybody should understand that one asana will be good for one person and it will be harmful for the other person. So don't just run to the yoga class or take some, and I want to just talk about fitness in general. Some people just buying programs and they see that for some person it's working perfectly and they just start to do this program and they see that their legs are hurting, their backs are hurting, their necks are hurting, and they still keep pushing because they think, oh, I need to push more, I need to do more because I want a result. But please be aware that if your body having pain with a certain practice or exercise, it doesn't mean it's good for you, okay? Because some people was born for yoga, some people was born for being amazing a runner or athlete or basketball player. It's not for everybody.
It's not. It's so true. Very true. You guys have any more questions? I'm gonna jump into live. If not, we're gonna go enjoy some amazing dinner.
We're so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry. We have a raw plate with incredible nuts, deep. You can also find more recipes. I'm making raw food, raw chocolate. I'm making some really healthy stuff. It's in highlights on my Instagram. You can go there, and some recipes I'm breaking down really well, so you can do it at home.
So good.
Yeah.
And guys, you know what? Just to get your mind off of things, there's an interesting Netflix show called Tiger King.
Oh my god!
You guys have to watch that. It's
my gosh,
it's crazy.
This is actually too crazy.
Yeah, just to keep it light, you know.
What is the most important aspect to handstands in your opinion? That's for you.
That'd be for me. What's the most important aspect? The most important aspect would be like really just a foundation, like having a strong foundation. And once you have that mastered, you could just like everything is just easy after that. And that comes with like dedication, practice, and focus. And you have to be diligent. Like you have to really want it and really like put in the time and energy and effort to really achieve that. So I hope that answered your question. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love, guys. Any last thoughts?
I hope we gave you some good, positive food for your brains. So please take it, observe it, use it in the best ability you can. And
all those hearts we got.
Thank you so much for your love. Thank you for the hearts.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining in and watching us. And thank you, Pola, for your amazing your contribution towards humanity.
I love what you do. I love that you start to make those conversations with people. This way you can really spread around the different vision of different people.
Different perspectives.
Yes, it's wonderful. So don't miss out tomorrow, guys. We have the live dancing session.
She was Thank you so much. I wish you guys all the beauty, love, and light. Keep your vibrations high. Be mindful. Be smart. But focus on love. You know, mind your body. Love your mind, body, and spirit. Take care of your loved ones.
Yes, and don't be hard on your loved ones, please. In these times. Give them good.
We got through it.
Give them what they love. I've been following you since the early days of IG. Oh, you have some very legit fan here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Send me a direct message and I'll follow you back. Thank you for all these years. Thank you. It means a lot. So.
Okay, everyone. It's time for dinner.
Make sure to follow her at Pola Rubis and the co-founder of Neosutras. So Pola Rubis, POLARUBIS, and at Neosutras, NEOSUTRAS, at Neosutras. Follow those both accounts, okay? Thank you all.
Good night.
Peace.
Bye.